Mike's Daily Podcast.
You mean I don't understand the definition of beauty?
Stop fraternizing me. This isn't a fraternity.
That's Hayley, Thesemi. I'm Mike Matthews. My name doesn't rhyme with what we were just talking about. It's Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont. The last place on earth. Today, Shelley Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer, and
Mike's Daily Podcast.
We look at pressing issues that are happening today. Issues that affect you.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Disclaimer. None of these issues actually will affect you.
In any way, but you may detect you like this podcast, and that's okay, because we like to tell you things that make you go, hey, I love listening to podcasts, and people named
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hayley and Mike.
Yay. Side effects may include just not feeling it.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I'm just not feeling it today.
Yeah!
I got something that just went into my fingernail, and I'm feeling very uncomfortable.
Okay.
I wanted to share that with you. We had a long discussion about MIA. No, not people missing in action, though that is sad. We were talking about the 40-year-old lovely woman with the amazing hair and the big eyes named MIA.
Yeah, the
singer-rapper.
The singer-rapper
composer.
Out of Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Whose name... Her name is actually Maya. Her name is actually Maya.
I stand corrected.
M-A-Y-A.
M-I-M-A-Y-A.
M-A-Y-A.
Oh!
M-A-Y-A, and she shortened it M-I-A for the obvious missing in action pun.
And she flipped off people at the Super Bowl.
And she flipped off people at the Super Bowl.
That's how old people know her.
And her most recent album is named Matangi, which is the name of a goddess that she was named after.
Whoa! That's so pretty.
So there you go.
I was named after Saint Michael, the Archangel. The Archangel? Is it Archangel? Look at just one.
It's probably Archangel.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Shelley Shoehart, the Cancer Advisor. Oh my god, I love MIA.
Hey, Shelley, have you ever seen an angel?
Yeah, no.
They're f***ing horrifying. Every single description of them in the Bible is like, they have to show up and be like, wait, don't be afraid. I know I'm the most horrifying thing you've ever seen, but I'm here for a good reason.
Is that like in the Bible and stuff?
Yes, it is.
I don't read the Bible or anything. It's weird. It's like a black book, and I use it to hold up my computer screen.
Your computer screen.
Shelley, that's so, what do you call that? Blasphemous.
Sacrilegious.
Yeah, but that religion also has, scary angels. Look who else just walked in. Hi, Mike, it's Floyd the Floorman! And it's John Deere the engineer. Hillary's gonna get a bunch of delegates tonight in New York. Feel the burn! Wow, you two are having an argument again.
That's true.
I think Bernie Sanders is going to pick up every delegate and is going to win the election.
Quick, say something scandalous.
Oh, God damn it.
Well, that's not scandalous at all.
He's not going to win the election? Oh! Good heavens. You got me that time at 420, 419.
419.
Today's 419.
Today is 419. Cheers.
We would smoke a bowl, but we don't do that. We just drink coffee, which is also a chemical of some sort.
That's true.
But it's free here at Cafe Anyway, and we drink coffee was free yesterday on tax day at McDonald's. I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either. I would have not gone to McDonald's the same. Or I might have and gotten some hash browns, because I love McDonald's hash browns.
Do you know?
I ought to know. You ought to know. Yeah, I don't know.
That has the line, would she go down on you in a theater?
Yep.
And a lot of people heard that line and went, man.
Yeah, they're like, why would they be offended by that line when there's the line, do you think about me when you f*** her?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
And that would get... Program directors wouldn't know what to do. Because mostly program directors are old white guys, and they'd go, what? I don't know what to do. I will take that word and flip it around, so it'll be cuff. Yeah, cuff.
Coffee. Yep.
Ah, Alanis.
And then we're here drinking coffee.
Yeah. I love Alanis Morissette. Have you and I had a discussion about her? Because she freaking rocks the Casbah.
She does, and then her second album came out.
That had Thank You, India, Thank You, Porridge.
Yeah, then that was the only good song.
Thank you.
And then her other albums came out after her second album, and she was back to being pretty good.
That had Hands Clean on it?
One of them did. There's a couple different ones. I have almost completed my Alanis Morissette discography by shopping at discount music stores.
Good for you. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. I was going to sing you a little bit of we got by a few years later and no one talks about the both of us and you have our hands clean of this.
That might be the second one.
Hands clean.
Hands clean.
It's got so I did it. I sang it for karaoke one time with Robert and Christy, who you met, and they were like looking at me like, what the hell, dude? Why do you have such a connection to an Alanis Morissette song? And I thought, well, no, because I really enjoyed it because that song has to do with her being interested in an older man, which could have been Dave Cooley. I don't know who she's also dated Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
Before he became popular and then all that stuff.
Interesting.
And Deadpool and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so she says that line, maybe we'll get together if you keep that firm body in that song. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Awkward.
Hands Clean.
Hands Clean.
What song sticks out in your head by her other than You Ought to Know?
Ironic.
Of course.
Obviously.
I watched that video the other day. That was such a well done video.
Yeah, it is. It's very like that video and 1,000 Miles have the same sort of vibe to them.
Wait.
Scenery passing by.
1,000 Miles?
Yeah. Vanessa Carlton.
Oh! Who was influenced by Alanis, you can kind of tell in some of her vocal styles.
You can definitely tell.
Making my way downtown, done and fast. Oh, I know that song. And I go down.
The other artist that has the same style of music and her vocals and her lyrics are actually, as far as like relationships and goes, have the same sort of Alanis Morissette, life has been fairly hard to me, but I've also made mistakes myself kind of vibe. Is someone that you've childed me for bringing up many times. Rilo Kiley.
Rilo Kiley, I actually like her now. Do you know who I like? You know what? Oh. Is it Likey Lee? Likey Likkeeli?
I have never heard.
I heard a song last night called Sadness that she does. And I'd bring it up right now, but I don't want to get dinged by YouTube.
Is it sad?
It's got kind of the dun 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 dun, that kind of like that Ronnie Spector be my little baby kind of that feel to it. But she's singing in this total like indie rock sort of sound, and I'll play it for you later. You'll dig it. I was gonna actually text you last night and go, look this up.
I was trying to think when you did the
clap.
I was thinking, what am I hearing in my brain? Just Like Honey. Jesus and Mary Chain.
How does that one go?
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Bring.
Oh, yeah. You played that.
Bring.
Bring. I love that one.
The noise-infused guitars.
jangly, noisy, distorted guitar work.
We got so much fuzz in our guitars, it's almost more than in our hair. Listen to the girl as she takes on half the world. Yeah.
Beautiful song. Oh, we've got a damn good playlist that we're subscribing to here.
And we're just recommending song after song for everyone to listen to, I guess.
Listen to these songs and you'll enjoy your life. So, that ironic song reminds me of a redhead that I dated in the 90s and lived with her for 4 months named Julie. And Julie lived in Seattle, Washington. She moved. We were dating. Yeah. And then she goes, I'm moving to Seattle. Bye, y'all. Bye.
I want to move to Seattle.
You want to move to Seattle?
I want to move to Seattle.
It's beautiful up there.
Oh, yeah.
It's rainy and dark and sad a lot of the year, but
my aunt lived up there for
that's right. You were mentioning her,
and I was talking to her about Seattle, and she had nothing but good things to say about it. She said that it didn't even get that cold sometimes, and like in the winter, you'd have spontaneous 70 degrees days. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone would just stop what they're doing and go outside.
Yes. That's last time I went was around September, and the sun came out. It was beautiful, and everybody danced in the sun, ate salmon.
Good.
Salmon was so good, and drank microbrews. And, yeah.
My aunt was telling me about someone she knew who said that he hated Seattle and the whole vibe of the city.
Really?
Because he went up there for a job interview in the wintertime. And the job interview happened on a 70-degree day, and he got to the place for the interview, and no one was there. They'd all gone outside.
You got to go outside. And that's what they say up there in Seattle. Hi, Seattleans, if you're listening. Is that how you say their names?
Seattleans? It is now.
Excellent. And they would, and actually, up there, do you remember how I ended last show talking about John Frost, the greatest radio producer dude that doesn't believe in saying theater of the mind, even though that's what he does really well?
Yes.
He lives up there. So, that was no point to that at all.
So I will see your Seattleans, and I will raise you Seattleites.
Seattleites is good. I like that. Seattle light. That's a Dave Matthews song. Okay, now which brings us back to the 90s, dating Julie, who moved to Seattle, and we listened to a lot of Dave Matthews. And I would go. So when I was in my 20s, thinking I was invincible, as 20s people think, I'm going to stay up all night. I'm going to get off of work at midnight, which is what I did. I want to stay up all night, drive down to LAX, get on a plane, go up to Seattle, see my ex-girlfriend. She was an ex at that point because we had not been together for a while. I would have spent the whole weekend with her and then fly back and be back to work on Monday morning. This is what I did. I was so tired. But so I spent the weekend with her. We drove to there's Seattle. Then you go south. There's what's that called? Tacoma. And then you go further south, and there's Lacey and Olympia and whatnot.
Right.
Oh, Kai Alfred Hillig, who I had. That was the first musical guest I had this year.
Yeah.
You may recall.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the area. Perhaps you'll get to even meet him.
Ooh.
He's from Seattle. And we often talk about Seattle when I interview him. But he's trying to find a place to do a gig here in the local zone. If you know of any cool gig spot in the Bay Area, that Kai and his guitar, he does kind of a Buddy Holly thing sometimes. Sometimes he does a very introspective Simon and Garfunkel thing.
Is it his one guitar?
That one guitar with his head held down, didn't have a ticket. It was a sold out show. Cause that one guitar held in his hand. He's gonna be a jukebox hero.
Got stars in his eyes.
So Julie was. So I remember that song Ironic playing and her rolling down the window and the cold Seattle air coming in, and it reminds me of that video.
That does sound a lot like the video.
I love Alanis Morissette. Now,
Is it because it rained on your wedding day?
it didn't, because I had it up. I got married up here. Did you know that? I got married in San Leandro at a church in the Manor.
In the Manor?
In the Manor.
Nice.
If Robin and I would have had kids, we would have named our firstborn Maynard.
Really? Is that true?
But no kids. Hey, I wanted to tell you that before redheaded Julie, I dated a brunette Julie. I recently got in touch with her on Facebook. She lives in Dublin, not Ireland, but the one near Podcastro Valley.
Interesting.
And she's married, has 2 kids, 2 dogs, 2 cats, and we talked about, remember, did I tell you, over a year ago, Basil hurt his front paw?
Yeah.
She had the exact same situation happen to her recently, and her dog. But it was interesting talking to her. It's been a long time. I hadn't spoken to her in over a decade.
Wow.
Back when you were probably still in the single digits. It's been that long.
Yeah, that would be in over a decade.
What do they call you when you're in a single... You're not a teenager, you're not a tweenager, you're...
I'm a kid. An adolescent.
I'm a damn kid!
I'm a goddamn kid. Mind your business.
So, Facebook is weird that you can get in touch with people you haven't talked to in a long time. Like that. Mm-hmm. I just discovered that I'm old. No, I just discovered that... I'm old. That's what I meant to say.
You didn't just discover that you're old?
No.
Okay.
That would have been shocking. To wake up
I'm
like...
old?
Yeah, because at least I had the time to realize I'm old, right? Because I've aged and felt years and such. It's not like people that wake up and suddenly they're old. Mm-hmm. That sucks.
Yeah.
That's like when you've been shot by a laser that makes you... old, or whatever the science fiction shows are.
I think that happened to my aunt, unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
She was sick with chronic fatigue and more things. Like, not being able to do anything except be in a wheelchair. Sick.
Ugh.
Well, she wasn't in the wheelchair for the full 20 years, but she had this sickness for 20 years.
Oh, my God.
That's how long she couldn't hold a job.
Oh,
It was
my.
20 years.
Wow.
And she used to work at, a huge biotech company.
Huh.
I can't think of what... Or a microbiology company, sorry.
That makes the stuff that cures you. Things like for cures.
Yeah, and she was
diseases.
highly intelligent. She got started working there as a scientist without a degree. She just got her foot in the door and then learned.
Wow.
And when she got to the point of sickness where the boss said, "Go home, get yourself fixed. We'll have a job for you when you get better." And she never got better.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that's really sad. And I think now that she's back in a job, I think she's kind of realized that there's no way she can get back to a point of pre-sickness, because it's been 20 years.
Yeah. That's a long time.
It's pretty sad.
Huh. Health. To sum up, health.
Welcome to...
and but she lived in Seattle.
She did. She's been a nomad, interestingly enough, for a while. She's jumped around Seattle. She's house sit quite a few winters on an island off the coast of Seattle.
Wow.
In the little bay nook area.
Yeah.
Called Whidbey Island. And there's a nice coffee shop there, apparently.
Oh. So she's telling you all these interesting tales about Seattle
And she's lived in numerous parts of Seattle.
Well, I hope she feels better. I know she's had to deal with this for 2 decades.
Yeah,
but...
she does feel significantly better.
Oh,
she still
good.
has to be very careful.
Yeah.
But she lives with us now.
Wow. And that makes her happy to be around Hayley all the time.
Yeah.
That's very good of you. That's the good side of family, is people being there for
We're a humorous family.
You have the humors?
Yes. There's only 4 of us, though, so it's not even one for each humor.
Hayley was telling me that there are humors in your body, and they have to do with bile.
Pretty much, like, gross stuff.
Hey, I forgot to mention a couple things. Celebrity news. We had Zach Brown apparently got caught with hookers. But not really. He was like supposed to be at a party. I don't know. Hayley was trying to describe this story to me, and it seemed very bizarre. So Zach Brown.
What the hell? This thing says there's only 4 humors.
Oh. Zach Brown does a song that I love called Goodbye in Her Eyes. Add that to the playlist. It's good. Even it'll give us a little country break.
Nice.
Then the other story was the mom from Everybody Loves Raymond died.
Oh.
She was 90.
Oh.
But apparently she was in good health for a while. You know, did a bunch of things already this year, and then it just gone. And then the other news is that Katy Perry, this is old news, is buying a convent, or buying the grounds where there was a convent in Los Feliz in Los Angeles, which is near the Greek Theater, Griffith Park, that sort of area.
This is old news.
It is.
It's secondhand news.
Are you going to sing me some Fleetwood Mac now?
Maybe. I can't remember how that song goes.
Yeah, I'm just secondhand news. Secondhand news. Ba 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 da ba 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 na na na. Get it.
Get it.
Lindsey Buckingham. Oh, where's
lay me down in the tall grass and... Yeah.
What's with the Russian aggression?
The Russian aggression?
All these Russians buzzing us with their planes and whatnot.
Russian aggression?
And then when we call them on it, they're like, no, the plane, it was just flying a little low to make sure you were there. It wasn't, no aggression, no.
Yeah.
You like my Russian guy I just
That's
did?
good. It's so weird that the Russian government is so, like, temperamental and such. Because, like, actual Russians are very nice people.
Yeah!
Like, if you meet Russians, like, there's a video of... I mean, it might just be the ones that, like, it depends on if they like you or not.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a video of, there's a Disney show called Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
It got very popular. It's very, like, it's designed for kids, but it's very adult-oriented as well in the way of, like, it's got weird, almost Illuminati elements into it.
What?
It's like a paranormal type show. And so it got really popular with all sorts of different people.
Huh.
And it's been written and voice acted and created by this guy called Alec Hirsch. And he's really popular. And he even joined the Illuminati over Twitter. He literally tweeted at them and was like, "Can I join the Illuminati?" And they were like, "Yes." So he's part of the Illuminati. But
good graciousness.
he went and he visited people in Russia. He, like, showed up at the airport in Russia, and there was a bunch of people waiting for him. And they're like, "Hey, we're in Russia!" And they have, like, a bottle of alcohol right there. And they're like, "Yeah!" And
the hard stuff.
Alec Hirsch is, like, the only person that works for Disney or that has a show or is associated with Disney that can get away with the public image that he gets away with.
Huh.
Because he's like, "Oh, we're doing this right here," and they just start taking shots and stuff. And they're all partying and having a great time, and Hirsch is like, "You know, in America, like, you're not allowed to just have a bottle of alcohol out and about." And one guy's like, "You're in Russia!"
You have to show me this video.
I don't know if I could find it.
Hayley also showed me the video that he alluded to yesterday about being at a Trump rally, and these guys were going to do like a comedic sort of Muslims for Trump type thing, and
they did, yeah,
and see what kind of reaction they got. Like, they thought, you know, there would be total craziness, but people were really nice to them.
In their own words, they said that what they thought was obviously satirical characters.
Right.
Yeah.
But what he said to the camera in his tight shirt with his nice beard and
his smooth tongue
was, hey, I see I see what they're getting. Everybody's angry.
Everybody's angry for all these reasons.
For all these reasons.
For this and this and this. This is why you're angry. This is the cause of it.
Right.
You know?
And he broke it down, drones and big corporations, and I feel like I want to write a song with these weird fragmented thoughts in there. And
I'm pretty sure Muse did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Muse did it for me then. Mm-hmm. So that was an interesting video that you showed me.
Yeah, it's an interesting perspective on the Trump side of things, you know.
Damn drones! Oh, but then there was the drone that almost brought down that plane, and it hit a plane in Heathrow Airport.
Yeah.
Why are drones? So there's been other stuff up in the sky, like balloons and model airplanes and stuff, but now these drones are like serious threats.
I don't know why they're serious threats. They serve less a danger, possibly, than like geese.
That's the thing, is what I'm thinking. Aren't these things really brittle? If drones are built like out of Teflon, like a missile, I can see where that would be a problem. But if they're these just little plastic things, a plane's just going to go smack.
Yeah, but they're not little plastic things. They're pieces of, robotic equipment. They're not like air hogs.
But you said they're lighter than geese.
No, I said that they probably serve less of a danger than geese because they can get out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
But geese get in engines and cause problems. Poor geese.
Exactly, poor geese.
I yesterday was walking Basel. It was very hot. I walked to the post office in Podcastro Valley to drop off my checks that I owed a lot of money to the government.
Welcome to Story Time with Mike Matthews.
And then what happened was, it was so hot, Basel got overheated, and we had to sit in the shade for a little bit. This French woman walks up, and she's like, "Is there something wrong with your dog?" And I said, "Yeah, he's a little hot." She's like, "Oh, he is so dehydrated. Give him some water." I just gave him a bunch of water. Well, poor dog. What? And first she was like afraid of him, like, "This is a big dog." Oh. And then she came up and was petting him, and Basil liked that. And I'm like, "I think my dog likes your massage." And she's like, "Oh." I'm like, "Are you French?" She goes, "Oui." And then
I am from France. We do not have dogs that are bigger than our purses. and she was, so she's petting Basil. She must have hung out with me for about 15 minutes while we're waiting for Basil to cool down enough. And I noticed she's got kind of this low crop tank top thing, and she's got a little like toy dog, stuffed dog, like a doll. Yeah?
Not a real dog, but a doll, like a teddy bear type thing, in the little like cleavage crack area.
Really? In her bosom?
In her bosom. And I'm like, is that your dog? She's like, "Oui." What's his name? And she had some name like, I don't know what it was. It was some French word.
Some French word for in the boob.
And then Basil's feeling better, and he gets up, and she's like, "Well, you will have to meet me at the local Starbucks. I'm going there now." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I just went home. I didn't go and meet her for coffee. She was like my age, too. Do you think I missed an opportunity?
Probably.
Damn. It was just, she's kind of weird, though.
Yeah, that does sound a bit weird of a situation. I don't blame you.
Yeah. Maybe I'll run into her one of these days. That's pretty much a show.
So should be like, "I heard your podcast. That was a horrible French accent."
I never said I could do a French accent. I watch a lot of Hercule Poirot, though.
That counts for something.
Mon ami.
Bon ami. It's a wonderful cleaning agent.
Thank you for that.
It's all natural. It comes in a powder form, and it will scrub off anything.
Wow.
Hard surfaces.
For those of you doing your spring cleaning,
Bon ami.
We're not getting a goddamn cent from them, but whatever.
They have cute packaging.
They just landed right into my program here. All right. They have cute packaging? All right.
There's a little egg.
Okay. All I can think of is Mr. Clean, who I look like.
And who was in the movie Food Fight?
Why'd you bring up that movie? That's another video that Hayley showed me. Apparently there was some movie called Food Fight that the animation... We talked about this eons ago, but... It really
had Mr. Clean and Christopher Lloyd and Hilary Duff.
Mila Kunis. We thought...
No, it was Hilary Duff.
Hilary Duff.
Wayne Brady, and then the lead character was Charlie. Well, why can't I remember his last name?
Oh, and all these people supplied voices, these top-notch celebrities, Wayne Brady included, and the animation was crap. The worst computer animation you've ever seen, and it's scary. It's frightening animation. It will give you nightmares.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture won't give you nightmares, though. It's not of Seattle either, but it's of a great city, San Francisco, off in the distance, which is the way I like it best. Not too close, not too far away. But it's a view from the East Bay on top of Fairmont Ridge as the sun is setting over San Francisco. Because it's west of us in Podcastro Valley. That city by the bay, yay. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can see that picture now at mikesdailypodcast.com. Thank you so much for listening to FF episode 1076. Next show, we will have Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. See all the past